everyone, I just thought I'd make a short video about what do fairies look like. And I've heard of so many magical experiences of people hearing the fairies, seeing fairy lights, objects going missing, then reappearing. And I just wanted to share my experience of seeing fairies myself and what I saw. And I'm sure a lot of people wonder, what do fairies look like? And I do think that fairies resemble the land in which they're from, but I do think they have many forms. So I'm going to tell you from my experience what fairies look like. So when I was 15, I was lying in bed and I couldn't get to sleep. And when I turned over, there was a beautiful lady standing at the end of my bed, and she had a little boy with her, and she was holding his hands, and they walked up to me, they walked over me, and the little boy broke free from his mother's hands and hugged my chin. Now you're all probably wondering what they look like. So the lady, she had beautiful blonde curly hair right down to the waist, and this was in corkscrews, almost like an 80s perm. She had a beautiful round face and soft blonde round eyebrows, and she had these crystal blue eyes that were very vivid, and they almost had a light of their own, and they weren't cold, they were actually really warm. And the way she looked at me, it was almost like a sense of friendship and love. And she had this beautiful smile, and she had these rosebud lips. And that's the best way I can explain them, because they were like the colour of like a, you know, like a vintage lipstick, like a vintage rose-coloured lipstick. And they were just like in a perfect sort of M shape, and they just looked very like soft and pretty. But I don't think she was wearing lipstick, I just think this was naturally how her lips were. And she had a perfectly round face, almost like a moon face, but it was very attractive and beautiful. And she had a little button nose, and she didn't have wings, so there was no, I could see no wings behind her. I couldn't really see her ears or any other details in regards to the face, but all I saw was this beautiful face. And then she had this beautiful dress on, and it was a honey golden colour, and the top was twisted. The top part was twisted into a big boob tube and wrapped around, and on her dress were all these little dewdrops. They were almost like, they looked like pebbles, but they did look like dewdrops as well, and they had this glint to them. And what was really amazing about her is she almost had this beautiful earthly glow. Now, whether she was emitting the light or it was from behind her, I'm not sure. And her little boy had a very sweet round face too, and he was very fair. He didn't really have much hair, but he looked like he was blonde to me, like blonde eyebrows, blonde hair, and he just had this cheeky little look. And he had blue eyes too that were like his mother's, so they had like matching eyes, and he had no clothes on. It was like a little toddler. He was like a toddler, and he was like yeah, very excited and animated and happy. And he broke free from his mother's grasp and hugged my chin, and I could see it. I just couldn't move. I couldn't move at all. But that is my experience of seeing the fairies, the fair folk, the gentry. And yeah, if you want to hear more about my experience, please do click on the link below, which is my full story of what happened, because there is so much more that happened to this story. And yes, please do let me know your fairy experiences, because I just think it's so important to reach out to like-minded people and to find other people who share the same experiences as me, because it's very hard in this day and age to speak to other people about fairies, because I just think it's so sad, because I feel like the human race are forgetting about nature spirits and fairies of the land, because the more we get wrapped into technology, the more we're taken away from nature. So if anybody does have any experiences, you're welcome to reach out to me. Put your stories in the comments below, and I really hope my story has inspired you to share your stories of spiritual encounters, or if you have any questions, or you know, anything you wish to tell me in regards to fairies, like, please do put it in the comments below. So thank you so much for watching my video and listening to my very small story, and I hope to see you all really soon. Okay, take care everyone. Bye bye.